here I am, Elysabeth Alfano from my humble abode. I have to say, it's really great to do something live from your house because then you can have your pajama bottoms still on. But I would never do that, of course. No, not me. I'm fully dressed in regular clothes. Okay, so here I am from my house. You can see my house is not really yet decorated. We just moved in, so no artwork here. And you can see my dog. He's having a nice kind of nap. Aiden, say hi. Aiden, look. Hi, Aiden. So that's my dog. Hopefully you got that. You got Aiden. Okay, so Aiden and I are just hanging out on kind of a rainy, gray day. Gosh darn it. And I wanted to say that it's Wednesday, and Wednesday is a great day for Psychobabble from my kitchen. So I thought, hey, I would connect with you guys over lunch. In Chicago, it's just about 11:40 or 1:45, and in LA, we're just about to have lunch. So I thought, oh, that's always fun. I'm going to talk to all my beautiful people, friends out there that I never get to see. So I'm so glad that everyone's here to join me. And of course, it's Facebook Live, people, so just send your comments and do whatever you want. In fact, I'm going to check on the computer to see. Yep, I am live. Okay, so that's good. Computer's working. You never really know how that's going to shake out. Okay, so I thought I had a birthday recently, and of course it was a big one. So I thought to myself, over the years, I've had so many life lessons, and I've fallen on my face again and again and again. And sometimes I learn from those mistakes. Lots of times I don't. But when the mistake happens again, I always think like, I've been here before. How can I avoid making this mistake and feeling that kind of grief and that kind of pain, which is often self-inflicted? How can I avoid that in the future? So I thought, well, I'd share once a week what I'm working on, what I've learned, what I'm relearning, for those of us that might be slow on the uptake. And if it's helpful, I sure hope it is. I want to spread love and empower anybody I can. Of course, if it's not for you, just hit the delete button. But feel free to join me every Wednesday over lunch. So before we get into some true psychobabble about what the heck I'm working on this week for my life lesson, I thought I'd bring you lunch. Can you see? Okay, so I made this. I'm vegan, and I'll just tell you, being vegan is so gosh darn easy. So what I did is I put rice in a rice cooker. This thing's fabulous. My Ken got it for me, and it makes perfect rice. And so then I had rice, and all I did was I sauteed an onion, zing, and I poured from a can, because it's easy to cook with a can. I poured coconut milk over my sauteed onion. Then, in a different pan, I diced up eggplant, I diced up butternut squash, sauteed those, and then I combined them all for my own home curry, and I like things spicy, so I added a little spicy. So I'm telling you, vegan is so easy, and I love to do it, and I have to say I'm a really good cook, and I really prefer my cooking to everybody else's. So that's just how I roll. Okay, so this is what happened this week. I was out with a dear friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and I love him dearly, and he said to me, I feel really bad because I thought I'd be so much farther ahead financially than I am. And I feel like people can see it, and I'm out with friends, and I just feel like I don't have the same financial bandwidth that they do, and I feel really badly about this, and it kind of weighs on me. And I thought to myself, oh yeah, I really have been here, because for the longest time, I was single. Seemed like it went on forever, because basically it did go on forever. It went on forever, and it felt horrible. And, it was my late 30s, early 40s. All my friends were married. They were having babies. They were buying houses. They were making babies, so they were having some fun, or at least I thought. Or they were deep in relationships, about to get married. I mean, I just feel like I'd been through wave one of all the people who got married in their late 20s, and then I was experiencing wave two of all the people who were getting married in their late 30s, and it felt horrible. It felt lonely, and I kept focusing on what I didn't have. I wasn't dating anybody then. Of course, now I'm with my fabulous Ken, whom I love, but I wasn't dating anybody then, and I saw everyone around me dating, and I kept thinking, oh, they're all farther ahead than me. They're all enjoying a great life that I'm not enjoying. They're all experiencing something wonderful that I'm not experiencing. And I kept focusing on what I didn't have and how badly that made me feel. And the more I focused on it, the more I spiraled down, and the worse it felt. And I just was getting myself into a funk and really sort of working against myself. And this went on for a long time because, you know, it's not so easy to meet the right person, as we all know. And so it kept lingering and lasting, and it was weighing on me, just like my friend said for him, until finally I thought to myself, I'm just sick of this. I just feel so bad, and I just can't keep feeling badly all the time. So I decided to focus not on what I didn't have, but what I did have. And I had a family that loved me and supported me. I had a house that I loved. So in very cold Chicago, I could come home to this very warm house. I had pets who are my baby. I mean, I love them, all my rescue animals, my cat Larson, and of course my Aiden. Let's check in on him. Aiden, pay attention. Okay. Can you see him? Oh, wait, there he is. Wait, no, sorry. Where's my Aiden? Sorry, I can't do it. Aiden, where's, oh, there's Aiden. Everybody sees Aiden. Okay, he's bored. I'm sorry. So I had my Aiden and my cat Larson, whom I love. And I was cooking more at home, and I was playing my music louder than ever and just doing whatever I wanted at home. And, you know, I was really enjoying my time at home. And I just started to focus on all the things that I did have. And after all, I was doing a job that I loved. I was creative in my job, and not many people get to say that. You know, some people feel like work isn't going their way or family isn't going their way. And I thought, wait a minute, I don't have to feel so crappy all the time. I've got great things. And the more I focused on what I did have, the more I spiraled up. And the less I focused on what I didn't have, the less I spiraled down. And so that's just one lesson that came to life this week that I wanted to share, because it's been very helpful for me in the past. So the more I focus on what I don't have, the more I disempower myself. And the more I focus on what I do have, the more I empower myself. And I build off of that, and that goes from there. So I don't know, you feel free to comment, feel free to send me your thoughts, feel free to share with your friends, feel free to hit the delete button, whatever works for you. That's just a little psychobabble from my kitchen on a Wednesday. I'm gonna continue eating my great food. So thanks for joining me, everybody. I super wanna hear your thoughts. Go ahead and leave them. And until I see you next Wednesday, when I cook a very different meal, which, hey, will be vegan. So until I see you next Wednesday, have a great week, everybody. And don't forget to be vegan. Bye, folks.